I gotta
But
share.
Ashley didn't
Hey
have
y'all, we
anything.
are live. Hello, hello, hello. We
You
are
know
back.
Ashley
We hope y'all
guilty.
come back with us. We spent so much time on Potomac. So if y'all not, just watch it back later. But do it on YouTube because we
Okay.
need more YouTube views. We got tons of Facebook views, and I need to start advertising our YouTube a little more. We'll start doing that in a little while. But anyway, we are doing, what are we doing, y'all? Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 3. The Big Depression is the title of it. We're gonna play our intro and then we'll get into it, y'all. At least you got some friends that'll rescue her. Would y'all rescue me?
What you mean?
If they was coming to get me, would y'all come tell me and let me know?
I don't mess with the Fed.
Let's be clear.
Y'all
Literally caught.
And look. What
It sounds weird, I know, but I didn't get the feeling that I was talking to like a trash whore, low down type person.
Yeah. Really?
She
She's just a young girl.
What did you get kicked out?
Karen.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
Kenya was a scholar. Callie was in. I heard her talking and she left. So people came with us. I see at least 5 people watching. So Lord, let's see. Let me share this at one spot and then I'll get into it. I gotta find it. Oh, here's Callie. Let her get back in. So what did y'all think about this episode? Was it good? Did you enjoy it?
I'm sick of them arguing. I know that. Like, I'm so I told y'all, I said it first a couple of weeks ago. The audience is gonna start turning on it's becoming toxic.
We have a few intros. Callie hadn't made us an intro.
We got about 9 of them.
Love and Marriage Huntsville, so I have to use a generic one. But we're gonna get into it. But thanks for coming back, Latoria. Everybody else, y'all need to talk to. We see you watching. I can see your little eyes. So it starts off with the guys sitting at the table. Marseau is cooking. Did you know he could cook? I was like, oh, he's cooking something.
I'm so mad at him.
And they talked about depression and of entrepreneurs. And we kind of hit on that. You feel like you're going to lose something. Did that kind of hit you? I kind of felt it. Like when you start your own thing, they talked about having people who rely on them for paychecks and things like that. That's a lot to carry.
You talking about
it was Marceau, Maurice, and Martell, which Martell ain't got no stuff, but we ain't gonna talk about him. Right now. He might now. He might now.
I tend to think Martell don't seem like a lazy dude. He may not have the help that he had before to execute stuff. But Martell was creative. You think it was Mel that thought about cleaning our houses, or was it him?
He could have.
I tend to think it was him.
Have they said
they both did it together? I think there's something that they did together, but getting those, it wasn't her that cut all that grass.
You think he started off doing it, and then they probably outsourced it.
Cut grass and getting those contracts. And I think he said, if memory serves me correctly, he had a contract with a real estate company to cut grass.
Do you think he lost his way with all the women? Or whatever?
Well, I think he definitely. It's just undisciplined. It's just undisciplined. You get to the point where you start feeling yourself, and you tend to think your desires override. Just some common sense.
You just lose focus sometimes.
And he completely lost focus. And at one point he was very apologetic about something that I thought was really touching. I don't know if it was with the lawyer. Remember, he was talking about I forgot what words he used, but he was basically just saying that because he messed up their blessing, that they were being blessed, and going in this direction, and he messed it up. He does not blame her.
No, he does.
At least in that particular situation, that he knows he messed up his family.
So Latoya said, go ahead, I'm sorry.
He almost came to tears twice. Actually, he almost came to tears when they first opened up, when he was thanking Marceau and Maurice for the encouragement and the motivation. Yeah. He said he was having a hard time sometimes even leaving the house, so he thinks he might be depressed. I don't know. He is definitely showing us a Martell that is struggling, and that is good, but unexpected. We don't normally see that, or I don't even think the first time we met Martell that we would have expected to see. He's going through something because he's very vulnerable, as is Marseau.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so I have a view of Southern men that is skewed probably. Montanique may have a little bit more experience. I think I married a country boy in a sense from the Midwest because he got a Mississippi mama. So I tend to think that country boys are more in touch with their emotions than what I've seen in the Midwest.
They are.
It's more the masculinity is based off of a lot of things we would qualify as toxic, whereas the South, masculinity is still toxic, but it's just not as bad.
It's softer.
It's softer.
It's just a little soft.
Boys in the Midwest would call a punk. In the South, they're just different. Men from the South have a different mentality, in my opinion, in my little limited experience.
Yeah. And it's around people that they trust.
Yeah.
So if they're with people that they trust, that they can be themselves with and be open about their feelings.
Probably all men.
But they really will let you know. And then I'll be like, one time I remember I was like, why are you crying? I don't understand. Should I be crying too?
Okay.
I get that all the time. He'd be like, what? You remember when you did that to me? Anyway, so Latoya said, I felt it, and I feel like it gave me insight into myself working all the time and afraid of doing anything else. It also let me know that we need more groups and things like we do for men. It was very interesting. But men, do you think they would go to the groups, Latoya? Because
I think they would. I think that, and if we don't nag them, they probably
if you don't trick them into going to the therapy.
Because if you think about it, I think that they kind of sort of do. You have men that enjoy hanging out at the barbershop, because in my opinion, the barbershop tends to be a therapeutic setting for many. You know, if you have a guy, you have guy friends, maybe they do poker, maybe they have card night or something, and there's nothing, or hang out and watch fights or whatever.
They do.
It is, or sports, whatever it is that guys tend to do. When it's just men, I think they have conversations just like we do as women. We get together, we yappy, we tell all our business.
We do.
I am in this group of where the men are on there talking about their life and what they want their women to do and all this. I'm gonna send y'all the link.
Please, we want to be in there.
They get down and okay. They
you
talk
kept
about
that
everything.
group to yourself. I don't appreciate that. Thanks, but I do think, and Latoya, you do work all the time. You do need to have some fun. You be at work all the time. But anyway, Kimmy asked Tish if she was okay with Marceau not renewing his vows, and they seemed to kind of talk it out, and it seemed like they were going to be better. Like they kind of mended. Do you think it will last?
Oh no, it will last for Kimmy, but Tisha, she got upset the minute
Velma.
She said, she got upset the minute she said, what did she say? Well, I'm sorry. I was thinking hi to Velma and forgot my thought.
Yeah, we're not gonna be on here too long. We need you because is this the one who say you always go for the man, Joy? Who always?
Yeah.
Okay, we need her on here. Come on, girl.
Yeah, I just texted her. I'm trying to send it to her. Yeah, she always say, and she called me today fussing, and in the middle of our conversation, her phone went out. She's in Texas. And she ain't called me back, arguing about him, because she called me like, I'm so mad at Martell.
I'm mad at Martell, so we're going to get on it. I'm very upset with Martell about a lot of things this time. So Tish said, for the past 3 years, things have been rocky with them. And I'm like, was this evident to y'all? Because I didn't know that things.
Yeah.
I wonder, is Martell, Marceau depressed? I don't know if it's depression, or I know this pandemic doesn't help the situation, but I do wonder with a guy like him and their situation, because they got their life looks positive. It's moving in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's stagnant at the same time because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I do wonder, is it related to one another? Because life is different. Life is different under this pandemic. It's not the same. And especially when you got a bar.
Yes, you just started your own business.
Start your own business. And I can imagine that it's associated, that comes with a whole bunch of anxiety, just in general, but they push through and they trying to make it work the best you can. But how many people, in the middle of COVID wants to go sit in a cigar bar? I remember thinking that when it was, because I wondered, did they have a lot of parties this weekend? Because this weekend was
Tish posted something. They were outside though. They were outside of the bar, and they were like doing the bunny hop and all that. Did y'all see that? So I think they did a lot of stuff outside.
Because I know that Wanda was there, because somebody on my line took a picture of Wanda.
I didn't see it.
She was sitting at the game. And somebody else was there, but I know Wanda was.
What her hair look like, Chef Finger Wave?
I can't even remember. Girl, it was so funny when Marceau said, somebody said, girl, you look like your mama.
Your mama. Put up. And he said, I don't want to look over and lay next to your mama.
Right. He said, I can't imagine a situation that I roll over and I see why.
She does look like her mom with her hair pulled up. She looks like her. Because Wanda even has they have like the dimples and everything. I lost my notes, y'all. Let me go back.
Wait a minute. Marcel said a lot of stuff. Let me see. He said he can feel like he's behind on something. Constant stress. He can't enjoy life, so he might be mildly depressed. And then he said, Okay. It's like if I said I want to fly and I did everything I could to fly, then I finally get up in the air. Then he gets scared as heck of falling down.
Yeah.
So that's a fear of failure.
Yeah. So it's comfortable on the ground. He said it's comfortable on the ground. I can only imagine how many people feel that way. But then when Maurice said to him, we both grew up poor, let's go get therapy.
Together.
He said, no, I don't want that.
He said no. That's why I asked, do you think that the man will go? Because Marceau was like, no.
They might not do that, but they would go to poker night.
Yeah, they need to do like a guy's. But then I wouldn't invite Martell, because Martell, if you take a picture with him, gonna say you a cheater, and why did he do that to his friends? We're gonna talk about that later. He needs to quit doing that.
I don't think that's what he was saying, but okay.
But that's like almost verbatim what he said.
He said that because they said, ain't the one with the ring on married? He's like, yeah.
My joy.
You got it. That's what he was saying. Do I have to go pull it up?
Yeah, go pull it up.
Because Latoria was mad at him. And so was T. Because Martell needs to quit doing that to his friends. Yeah, he just needs to stop. Just because you got caught does not mean that everybody else got to be caught too. Let them get caught on their own. He said they just haven't been caught yet. That was his exact words.
Yeah, I remember that.
I really don't think it's a hard thing. People who come from a poor lifestyle have that fear, especially if you work so hard to get where you are. So you feel like you've been poor. You finally made it to where you're comfortable, or maybe middle class, or even maybe upper middle class, and you're afraid to be poor again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Martell does need to seek help. We're going to get on that. Let's see. So Tish was like that he doesn't do things with them, like take trips and spend time with the kids. And so is he missing out on his family because he's afraid, he wants to work so hard that he's not even worried about working on his family? What do y'all think about that? Okay.
Tisha actually has been complaining about this since the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember one of the conversations. She was like, "You working so hard, you say for this family, you gonna end up." She didn't say you're gonna end up, but she just said, "Is it worth it?"
Yeah,
and you lose your family.
And I mean, or even work himself to where he is just so tired. You can hurt yourself working that hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
But I think that he has the mentality. I'm assuming that he doesn't know how long this bag gonna
right.
be.
Yeah.
So he's and I'm gonna be honest, Mel does too.
Yeah.
That they're so afraid that these opportunities are not gonna be here. In a way, you're kind of compromising your family in the process.
Yeah, because they like this 15 minutes.
That's a whole nother conversation we can get to in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. I got those in my notes, y'all.
But I said that a long time ago.
And do you think it's different for Maurice because, well, their son's not that old though. Because they don't seem to have that problem with. Because it seems like him and Kimmy don't seem to argue about him not being at home. But Kimmy did say when you marry a Scott man, you have to compromise. So maybe she just doesn't talk about it. Because those were her exact words.
I would imagine that she was, because I'm assuming that he was working while he was in law school. Law school ain't no easy feat, regardless if you were studying for it or going to school. And I'm sure she's been holding it down for a minute. And they ain't living in no itty bitty house,
right?
Not mansion, but it ain't no itty bitty house.
And she's a nurse, right? A clinician is what she called herself.
I was a little confused because I wasn't quite sure if I don't know what she doing.
Right, because she said clinician. Is that the
clinician?
Word? And they say she does cooking too, because she did more.
That was so confusing to me because I was wondering, did she leave her job? Because if Maurice at some point wanted her too. They are only, but it seems like to me they're only showing with good intention a part of their lives.
Right.
There's a part of their lives that they're, because I do wonder, he got to be doing something with his law degree.
I think he is doing, because next week ain't somebody. Well, I said ain't, but isn't somebody going to go to him for legal advice? Martell,
well, not for legal advice, but to help with his credit.
Oh, the 750 credit score.
Well, he has a job.
Yeah, he has a business. 750 credit score. They wear the shirts all the time. Yeah.
Did you say Martell said he has 750 credit score?
No, that's what the name of their business is.
Oh, that's the name. Okay.
Yeah. If Martell, I hope he got 750.
I mean, 750 is good, but I know somebody who's above 750.
I'm above 750. My mom is 850. My mom is.
Yeah, he's going to get help.
I've seen.
He's going to get help with it, so that's what makes me think he's going to get help with it. He said, so that's what makes me think maybe it's not.
Because I for whatever reason I can't get over 715. I've never been able to get over 715.
I help you, girl.
It seemed like no matter what I do. I'm
gonna put you in this group that I'm in. It's called Financial Common Sense.
And I don't have any debt. My only debt, my biggest debt, of course, is my house.
Your house, yeah.
And my student loan.
Yeah, well, that could do it too. I'm gonna put you in that.
That's the only thing that I could think of because I only have one big credit card.
Yeah.
And it's always down.
Mine is always down too, yeah.
I just got a card note in May. I ain't had no card note.
Me either. I just got mine when you got yours.
I just got it.
But I'm in a group called Financial Common Sense, and she kind of gives you tools on how to help your score get up. I'll put you in there. But okay, so Latoya said, it was amazing to see it from a woman's side because I had a man ask me, when do you have time for anybody? It's the opportunities and knowing you have those who depend on you. And I think that's what Mel and Marseau are doing. They want to build like generational wealth. They want their kids to grow up better than they are. They want them to have things. And I think Martell wants that for the kids too. He just hadn't. And once he gets the opportunity, he gonna need 2 or 3 babysitters. He just ain't got it yet. Or he could have it now, but at that time he didn't have it. So let's say no more underwear. Okay. So Martell goes to Lewis, and Lewis that was his business, the compound. I'm thinking, and he must mentor
the baseball thing.
He must mentor athletes, which is a great business. And I think, that's amazing. But he says to Lewis that Mel has a babysitter 70% of the time.
Oh my God, do we have to go there?
We have to go here, y'all. I'll add you to a Latoya. Okay. I thought Lewis was very honest with him. Like, how you think she gonna take that man? Like, do you really think that's a good idea? You do want what's best for the kids, but that's their mom. Do you really think that's a good idea? Was Lewis trying to warn him?
Mm-hmm. She was pissed. She was pissed, and he should have known she would be. Melody does not get upset a lot but when she does, you can see she doesn't get upset a lot.
Melody don't get upset a lot.
No, she doesn't. But
with Martell, she does. I mean, when they
upset a lot, not to me, which could be meaning that I get upset so much.
I mean, I think this past few episodes she has. I do think, and I'm gonna say this, I do think that when they were first together, Mel did not go back and forth with him. That she let his opinion be the end all be all. And she's found her voice and he can't take it. And that is one of the issues. Is because now she's saying, you're not gonna tell me to shut up. Now you're not gonna tell me when to talk, when she used to let him do it.
Yeah.
That is what and he does not know how to take it. And that is the main issue of it all. She has changed from what he was used to when she was allowed to cheat and when he was allowed to do certain things. Now she's like, no more. And Martell can't take it. That's my take on it though. So what do you think about Mel and her merch? God said go. Are y'all gonna buy any?
No.
I wish she would go. Because you can't tell God told her to go. And I'm saying that because every time she gets into it with Martell, she go back. She keeps saying,
God might have said go back.
She ain't going back forward. She moving back.
God didn't say back before. He just said go, Joy. He didn't say go forward. He didn't say go back. He didn't say go forward. He just said go.
Because I'd be like, girl, she always told us some guy said go. I'm like, where you going? Because every time I turn around, you arguing with him.
Yeah, she got to stop. She got to stop. But God did tell her to go.
Wait a minute. So y'all think she's starting the arguments?
No, I don't. But she can walk away.
Just like they're talking about the kids, though. You can't just walk away.
Yes. In Vegas, yes.
In Vegas, they should have walked away. Now, the kid thing, I don't know if I would have walked away from that table on that.
I mean, no, not the table. That was a legitimate
but in Vegas,
conversation. Yeah. In Vegas, when he went in the room, he kept trying to leave, and she literally was holding him hostage. And
I think production was too.
And filming, because she said, I'm leaving until we had this conversation. He left and came back twice. And if you know, at some point, some people were standing in the hall. I said, "Oh, they're making him come back."
Yeah, they're making him come back. Production was making him.
Yeah, he trying to like.
I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, 6 people watching. Y'all need to talk. We can put what you say on here. Some people just want to observe. This was smart of her though, because God stuff can make a lot of money. I agree with that. Oh, she was holding him, Joy. She was not holding him hostage. You better stop.
I don't have to make it up. All you have to do is watch it. At some point, Martell physically leaves the room. There are people standing at the end of the hall. He comes back. He talks to her and she tries to leave. Her exact words were, I ain't leaving until we had this conversation. She's like, but these people out here. He was like, okay, man, I don't want to argue with you. These people are down here. She said, I'm not leaving until we.
But he still could have left. They could have left her.
She didn't have handcuffs on him.
They could have left her butt there.
He didn't have handcuffs on him, Joy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
But I do think production egged him on more than her. I do think production, because why not just leave her there?
I wish they would have.
That's what I'm saying. Just go.
But she said, I'm predicting they're going to the audience is going to turn against her next season.
I don't know. It depends on Martell, because if he keep doing this stuff, I ain't gonna turn against her.
They're going to turn against her next season.
No,
so he said with Lewis at the compound, he said the song is damaging, but him having an extra baby ain't damaging. I don't understand.
Why can't he understand that?
I
What
don't
am I
understand
missing?
this stuff.
I don't think but I don't know why you all want to include him having this baby with her singing a song about him and the children knowing.
Yeah, because the baby is much worse. You're right.
The baby's way worse than her singing.
I'm not arguing about whether or not it's worse. It's,
so he's taking. I mean, neither one of them are okay. So why is he talking to Louis about the baby singing a song when he done had a baby? Like I can understand him not being upset about it, but
so
to
he
go
doesn't want
to
his
everybody
kids to know the song is about him, but we all now know that other baby is his. I mean, come on, Joy.
I just think no. Now we got 8 people. Why are y'all not talking, people? Looks like she's trying to be happy from the previews, and he's the one that's mad. I don't know what happened. That is damaging to the kids because you have to explain to the kid why you have an outside sibling. I mean, they're gonna have to talk about it.
So a song is one thing.
Yeah, they're both not great, but
I mean, neither one. That's really, they're just not. Look, having a baby is of course a worse situation. I don't want to say it's a worse situation
because the baby's a blessing.
Yeah, but babies are blessing.
Baby's a blessing.
But of course, having an outside child is not a
but
good
don't do that to me.
I'm not suggesting that it's not.
Right.
All I'm saying is that I wouldn't. You have to decide what kind of parent you're going to be. You have to decide, because what's going to happen is those kids are young today, but all kids grow up and judge their parents. That's an unfortunate fact.
So you think they're going to judge the song harder than the baby?
Know. I have no idea.
I don't think they will.
They're going to grow up
I don't
and
think
judge
they will either.
Their parents. They're going to judge Martell for having an affair, having this baby. They're going to judge their mother for their response. If they mama walking around angry, because say whatever you want about her. I don't know how long you supposed to walk around or get rid of a broken heart. I don't know, but it's exhausting to watch.
But you gotta admit, you can't rush it. Yes. And I think it's the Capricorn in me and Joy that's like, get over it, because we'll get over it.
Is it exhausting to watch them, or just both of them? You're saying it's exhausting to watch their dynamic right now, or just Melody?
She's the one that comes across bitter. He's the one that comes across. He does. He's the one that comes across like, I wish I could have my family back.
Yeah, so I can get that paycheck every month.
But there's two different emotions, though.
It's still the same story.
But I wish I hadn't messed up. I messed up my family.
Shane? Is it Shane?
Shane.
The kids won't know what that song is for years. They will, however, know they have a sibling. Drop the mic. It seems like it's him. He keeps on making comments and he wants to be back with her. She isn't making comments like that. I feel like he's nitpicking stuff with her, Joy. You may not see it this way too, because he knows him saying he wants to take the kids from her is going to get a rise out of her.
Yeah, I also
go to the court. Like she said, file a petition.
I heard her say, this is what bothers me. I heard her say in one of her confessionals, if I would call him first, if he wouldn't be the type that she feels like would throw it back up.
He would. We said that.
So, right, and that bothers you?
Yeah, that's the truth.
That
bothers
you're not willing to do what's
in a
best
situation where
for
somebody
the children,
wants to hold something against
because you're not willing
that's
to use
insanity. Why would I put myself in a situation where somebody's going to hold something against me? That means I'm causing myself anxiety and trouble.
Joy, come on, you don't. That's not clear to you, really.
That's not crystal clear, Joy. No. You would not put yourself. If somebody was like, "I will do such and such for you,"
I mean,
but it's going to cause you detriment to your life.
I told you all, when my parents got a divorce, I went with my father.
Sometimes
having your father is best.
But Martell ain't best.
Because if mama working, if mama doing this, mama got to leave the kids here to go out of town, to go to a park, to dance lip sync in a park on the stage in front of 15 people. And you got to leave your kids overnight. And that's what you're doing.
What's Martell going to do with the kids
when I
get
back, I'm going to be with my kids.
What's Martell going to do with the kids when he's working, Joy?
Have a babysitter.
I mean, if it's I think that there's a difference of you working a 9 to 5.
Well, Martell's not going to work a 9 to 5.
We don't know what he's working.
If he's not working a 9 to 5,
a different type
he
of
was
job.
Around with the hair sales stuff. He's not working a 9 to 5.
If he's working,
no, ma'am. Shan, where you at, baby?
Have somebody watch your kids overnight.
I agree, Latoya. If she's stressed out and depressed, then how can she be strong for her kids? She can't. And Martell is depressing and stressed. Stop it. She has to work. Hi, Sharice. We got some new people.
That's my friend who say I'm always on the men's side.
Come on, Sharice.
She is always on the men's side.
Sharice. Thank you, Sharice.
She has to work. I'm not arguing that she doesn't have to work. The problem is sometimes it's okay to leave your.
Oh, we got some more people.
Well, but they're not talking about sometimes
with their father.
Yeah, but we're not talking about sometimes. He wants all the time.
He didn't say
he wants child support.
That's not what he said.
What's wrong with other people? Listen, Joy, this is for you.
They're not saying all the time. That's absolutely ridiculous. He's
well, thank you. I agree. Martell is absolutely ridiculous because he did say that.
That's ridiculous. That's not.
I did say that, Joy.
I think he wants to be the primary parent. You don't think Mel would ever get to see her kids? You don't think he'd ever let her see her kids?
Okay,
hey, Antoinette, come help me. Antoinette probably gonna be with you. Justina said, hi Justina, are you sure he wasn't trying to have his cake and eat it too?
Yes,
and Melody is showing him H to the no.
That's exactly what I think.
I don't even know what that means.
Yes,
you can be added to the financial group too, love. I will add y'all.
I don't even know what that means.
Thank you. He has a babysitter also. Yes, he will. Oh, and what's so crazy is he tried to say you got 10 babysitters. No, she don't, Martell. She had 3, and one was her dang brother. And he said he gonna have 2 babysitters.
And not thinking about what's best for the kids.
How is this the mama not best for the kids?
I mean, you gotta travel to Atlanta.
Okay,
think about that. They gotta travel to Atlanta for her to have somebody to watch them.
Her brother. It's not somebody. It's her brother.
It don't matter.
It's not somebody. It's her brother. When I was on the job, when I traveled a lot, my family helped my child when I had to travel. And I'm a great old mama. You hear me?
Thank you.
And I had to do it. And I had somebody to help me, but that was in the house with me. But they had to work too. So we had somebody watch the kids. Martell is doing the kid. I only have one. Ooh, I'm trying to give myself another baby. Listen, not gonna happen. Hold on, y'all. I'm talk, Callie.
Let's just talk about the facts. Martell is going to need a babysitter too if he had the kids full time. But let's talk about this, right? What is his job right now? Who knows? It doesn't seem like he had one. He wants Melody's money. Why are we trying to ignore that? Let's just be real honest.
Because a part of their divorce decree, they couldn't get any. They split everything down the middle. He asked for a dime. She didn't ask for a dime. That's why.
But he didn't understand that she had all the coins and all the licenses and all the contacts. For everything. And now he knows this. So Antoinette, does he not want the brother to watch him because of the brother?
Figured that out? You think he didn't know he didn't pass the test?
But I don't think he knew the repercussions. Sometimes you think the grass is greener, and then you start eating it, honey, and it's brown. You know that's what happened.
When they're divorced, they had an amicable divorce. They had an adult,
but he don't like those terms.
Probably the only adult thing that they did.
But he don't like the terms that he's raised
down the middle.
He don't comment.
Joy, we up against you today, but I'm sorry.
It's a twister moment up in here. Come on,
Joy twisted. She said she wants to spend time with her kids and what's wrong. And I agree with that. You go to Atlanta for a day, you come back the next day and swim in the pool with your kids. You don't have to go through Martell to get them. You don't have to argue with him to see them. You don't have to say I'm coming to pick them up. You just go put your swimsuit on and get in the pool. I understand that.
I'm interested to see how this works when school started.
That's what probably will slow down. See, right now,
all of this was during the summer.
Yeah, she'll probably slow down.
Summer. What it would be interesting to see what happened came August or September whenever they went back to school.
Well, he needs to get over there if his brother gay and he don't want him around the kids. Cause he ain't no good role model either. And he heterosexual, and we gonna preach on that. Okay, just because you heterosexual don't mean you a better person. Cause no.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
No.
So let's think about this. How much money would he get from Melody in child support? I mean, I bet he could probably rake in thousands of dollars a month from her. He's looking for some income, and she would provide it.
Right now,
in my opinion, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I know in your opinion it is.
People who trying to get money, he would have tried to get money before. Everything was straight.
You mean while they were married?
No, he didn't understand the repercussions. Now he sees it. Okay, because he's not smart. He was fellatio, Joy. He was worried about fellatio at the time.
Joy.
He was not worried about business licenses. He was not worried about. He was worried about coleslaw. And now she's not in the picture. Now other people are.
Yeah. It is what it is. There are no lies being said up in here, Joy. But look, I know maybe it's just a. Oh, okay, I was thinking the same thing, Kelly. He don't. Thank you. He don't.
Yeah, he wants some money from her.
Absolutely.
They decided not to have child support, and the reason they decided that because they split it 50-50. But if he gets full custody, child support will be an option.
Thank you.
When you 50-50, you're both equally responsible. But when you even become 60-40 or 80-20, somebody is more, and so they need help supporting the child.
Right, and I bet Martell couldn't even wait 2 months. The minute he get those kids, and he has them a week longer than he should, he's gonna be on Twitter. Mel, I'm on week 10.
That's Melanie. That's what Melanie does.
And that's what I'm saying. He don't even get them when he's supposed to.
That's what he's gonna do now.
During this time, he wouldn't even get them when he was supposed to.
Thank you.
And now,
but let's just send out an Easter tweet. Where's my babies? Boy, please.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on, y'all. Let's see where I'm at. Anybody else got anything to say?
Hold on.
Because she said file a petition, which means things can change. Now you can have a divorce decree because Antoinette's saying they don't get it period right now.
But they will.
But I have a friend that's going through this. They went again to do some changes to the child support stuff and to their agreement. And it can always be changed. All you gotta do is go before the people. So
he will need to have that change.
What I'm saying is 50-50 is their custodial agreement is 50-50.
If he gets the kids full time, Antoinette, he can and will go back to court.
Come on, people. I see all y'all watching. We got a lot of eyes.
Right now, he's not even going back to court. He didn't even want to. His point was, why don't you just give them to me now till your situation is settled?
Well, actually,
go ahead.
That's literally what he said. He's until her situation was settled.
She don't want to
right now. I mean, if we just gonna be real, right now, Martell is online talking about what women being submissive. That's what he's doing, and that's why he's trying to change the game.
Is that man's name?
That's his name.
Kevin Samuels.
Child.
So Martell.
Let me see if I got that picture on here. I loaded a few things. I was very disappointed in Martell for saying this. And I just can't believe he would say all this stuff. Where do I have? Oh, is this it? I don't know if you're gonna be able to read it.
Desperate times call for desperate men. I love those hats, though, right?
He said, "High value man, where are the women that are submissive, feminine, fit? See, you know what I'm saying? Fit, friendly, cooperative, and conventionally attractive."
All the clownery is going on. I can't believe you said that.
Somebody said they were on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Oh, there it is.
That is shady.
I didn't put the other ones because I don't want to put their man business out there. But he went and
did y'all see that that somebody said that they were on? I mean, it seems like it's if you're reading it on face value that they're complimenting the women on Love and Marriage.
No, he put a question mark. Like somebody said they here, but are they really? Really? It's a question.
That is. Read it again, please.
It's not a question mark.
That's what he said. Read it again.
Teacher, you know. Now
read
look.
It again. Come on, Joy, we're playing.
Joy, context clues. Who believes that he didn't do that? Who? Please raise your hand.
And he ousted all his friends.
He
works for R. Kelly, ain't he?
He wrong. Think about it. He can't work as hard as she is doing with the kids full time. Yeah, he won't even work that much. So that means she'll be making most of the money, which means child support for a father who has them full time. He said he wouldn't work that much like her.
Y'all just took something and just ran with it.
Snitch Martell.
Making up situations and scenarios. Y'all are awful.
They did already post it, Shay. I know, but the man, he said the man got, I might go get it. Y'all want,
he said the men are all taken.
And they, yeah.
That's what he said.
He wasn't right on that. He was not right. Anyway, where am I at? Lewis asked Martell about anger management. Do you all think he needs anger management?
No.
Anybody?
I mean, no. I mean, he's just being selfish, petty boy right now.
Yeah,
I don't know that we've seen anything extra. I thought that Lewis was saying Lewis once had anger management.
Oh, Joy. And Antoinette's normally on your side. She can't be on your side tonight.
He lost his mind.
He has. He lost his mind with that post.
Who?
Martell.
I just think he was.
Yeah, he needs anger management around Mel. Him and Mel just need
to.
to.
What, Joy? I love Joy. Joy will. We can say the facts, and Joy will say that.
Joy gonna take up for her, Martell. It's all right. He needs somebody. He does. He needs somebody, and that somebody's Joy.
No, I don't know what the skill is, but no, Joy. We could be reading exactly what somebody said, and Joy will say, "Well, that's not what they meant." And it makes me think back to when we were laughing over the Portia and Simon, and she said, "No, I mean, because he will get a divorce," and I'm like, "But he didn't." Joy is sweet. I mean,
no,
she's trying to pull
you see an adulterer. No, did Portia commit adultery? And Joy was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because they was already divorced. No, they wouldn't. Yes, no, Joy.
I don't know if he's hit her before, but they do have to pull him back from her.
Yeah, I don't have to say
this.
My husband and I was watching an episode when I can't remember if it was the one when they were in Vegas and they were arguing outside when they were riding those cars or whatever. I can't remember what episode, but it was this season. And he was sitting up there talking, and my husband said, "Oh, she hits him."
You think so?
He said she hits
Melody?
Him. Yeah.
I don't think she hits him.
I definitely think
I think Melody used to be very submissive to him, and she's not anymore, and he can't handle it.
I don't think so.
I think she used to be.
I don't think she never was. I don't think she ever was. I think, as a matter of fact, I think that
you don't think Melody was ever submissive to Martell?
I think that Melanie presents it to the world, either us visually on TV and outside of the door. I think at some point she covered him.
Yeah,
she covered him well. If you go back to the very
That's
first
the nicest
episode,
thing you've ever said about her.
If you go back to the first episode, Tisha was saying she called them the perfect couple. Something she said something about, I know there isn't trouble with the perfect couple. Is that's what they presented. And visually, when she's out, she's on his arm, she's smiling, she's presentable, she's helpful, she's good. She was a covering wife.
Oh,
and
Antoinette, really?
I got your back. She was.
I know she hit him.
And I do think she did. I ain't gonna say that he didn't hit her back. But I'm not. I don't.
Wait a minute.
I do believe she's been very physically abusive, and like a lot of girls, we think it's okay to put our hands on men.
Oh no!
They bet not respond.
What?
Yo, now you said we just made up something. I feel like she was very.
Women are normally submissive to a man.
Yeah, normally you want to present yourself with your man as perfect. People do that every day, but behind closed doors, I really feel like she was very submissive to him.
I'm trying to see why you think that there would be some hitting from her. You got me thinking back to. I don't see.
Well,
that.
here's what they wanted me to show. Oh, I'm going out of order. So it was like high value man, but are y'all faithful? He said. Joy, and I quote, "Hell no." And then they said, "I thought the man in the blue suit was married." And he said, "He is." And then They said, I regret to inform you that high value men don't try again. Just haven't gotten caught, or their significant others has accepted it.
I wouldn't be more.
That's under this
right
picture
now.
with his friends. Would you take a picture with him ever again?
I'd take him out my phone contacts.
I can't believe they still his friend.
I would defriend him on Facebook. He's taking everybody down with him.
He just
and I mean, it's just really sad.
It's bad. He has hit her too, because that's why they came and grabbed his hand. Y'all really think they hit each
other? I just don't see it.
I hope not.
I wouldn't be surprised. I said that. I ain't say you notice what I said. I think she hit him, but I ain't gonna say he don't hit her back.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. You know, but I think that a lot of women of a certain age, they're definitely younger than us, weren't told, like, you know, our generation were kind of told, not that our generation wasn't no abusers.
Right.
Boys were told, you know, you don't hit a girl.
Yes.
You know, there's a generation of children whose mama told them, I don't care if it's a girl, boy, dog, or so-and-so, they hit you, you hit them back.
See.
And I have seen a lot of young girls fight boys. And I've even had that conversation with my own daughter. You know, you don't fight a boy.
No, you don't hit a boy.
If somebody's hitting you and you're protecting yourself,
right? That's what
don't ever be the initiator for that.
Yeah,
because there are men out there that take that as an invitation. There are men that like that kind of toxic kind of.
They do. They love it.
Crap. They like it, and you don't want to invite that into your life. And I'll even admit that when my husband and I first got married, I did some disrespectful things with my hands.
Oh, look, Mom.
You know, you can't. I was young and dumb,
right?
And
full of. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's young and
stupid.
And I don't. You know, I'm embarrassed by that girl. But
by Melody. Is that what you're saying?
What you say?
You're embarrassed by that girl. That Melody girl, or the girl you were when you were 20.
Oh, me. I was talking about me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not true.
I
Your
would be
generation beat the hell out of women. Just look at the domestic violence years, however part of what you're saying is true. Oh, I'm not saying that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, she said it was abusive.
Not to say that. I just said that a lot of we were told not to hit.
Yeah.
Boys were told not to hit girls. I ain't saying everybody subscribed.
They didn't all listen.
Yeah, they didn't all listen, but we were told.
Latoria, you can't be beating up people.
Younger though, that are in like their 30s or 20s, their mothers didn't tell them that.
What we gonna do?
Their mothers told them, you hit whoever hit you.
What?
I beat up men, women, kids. Oh,
Latoria, we cannot be your friend. We're gonna have to get you. Okay, let's go back to these notes, honey. Ooh,
okay,
I can't believe y'all. I never thought they hit each other.
I still don't. Look, I've never heard.
If so, that I'm happy they're apart.
Here, let me be crystal clear. I've never heard that whispered. I've never heard, but I'm talking about how they interact.
Yeah,
the pressure cooker is so bad.
What's they doing, Latoria?
Well, they did say we don't fight like this. Like, we're not used. I mean, even the people on the trip were like, we're not used to people fighting like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they do.
I would also say that when most people get a divorce, they're not going to spend this much time together.
Oh, God, I don't know.
They're spending a lot of time together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me go to my list. What's on my notes, y'all? I thought we weren't going to be in here long.
Hilton Head, South Carolina, Latoria. That's my favorite vacation spot.
Almost 8:00.
I know. Oh, okay, let me see if I got anything else. We talked about her looking like Wanda. They had the dinner. We talked about that where Marseau said he's 41. Who believes that?
I told y'all he was kind of young.
I know you said it, but I didn't believe it. Who believes that
Maurice is older than him?
That's what they say, but who believes
Maurice is older than
Maurice is older than Marceau. Yeah.
Maurice
Really?
showed a picture of
Look this up
himself
here.
at A&M, and I want to say it was 98 or 97. I was supposed to leave in 96, so I would have missed him altogether. But when he posted that picture, because I asked him what year that was, that's how I know that Maurice isn't too much younger than me. And I knew he was a little bit older because Kimmy was a little bit older.
Yeah, Kimmy's older. But I just thought he liked the older woman.
I thought he was younger.
Guy. Now, he's not 50.
But he's older,
probably like 45, 44, 45.
Marceau looks old. But he looked old in them pictures you talking about. He looked old in that picture when he was a baby.
Yeah. This says they have not revealed their exact ages, thus it's nearly impossible to know their age difference. However, who's Grant? That's the youngest brother is 33, right? How come they don't talk about him?
The other brothers.
The couple prefers to keep
one brother that they were trying to say Mel Mama was messing with.
Yeah, how old is he younger than them?
I was assuming he was older.
Oh,
y'all see Mel's mom about to tag Wanda?
No, I'm scared about this.
And then y'all see Martell mama getting into it.
I know, I'm mad at Mama Holt.
I know, because she always had a strong moral standing because she's been a person of reason.
I just see her and can't sit here going to
like the green. Latoya don't know about the mama brother thing. You wouldn't know when we was doing those shows.
Yeah. So allegedly, Martell, that's the reason why Martell and Marceau really fell out. They was trying to fight, and he had to call the police on him because allegedly Marceau had insinuated that Marceau's brother, and I don't know if he's older or younger, I'm assuming he was older, was messing with Melanie.
But he was still younger than Melanie's mama, right?
And who started the video? Wait
a minute, and they
is that true?
Marceau did that. He said there's a tape. He tweeted that one day.
Like a tape, like a Bound Chicka Wow tape. Yeah.
Yeah. Ray J film kind of thing.
He tweeted that. And of course, that's really why Marceau and Martell got into it, defending her. That's why when she had got into it, I was like, he defended her. Like he followed Marceau.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he ran up on Marceau. Marceau called the police.
Yeah, he had a restraining order against him.
Restraining order, sure did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
yes, girl.
Yeah, this has been a mess.
What, child?
And then the brother was in one of them groups going on and on and on about it.
What? Yeah, I wasn't in the groups then. You know, I found the show later in life. Ken Morris made me watch this show. Carlos used to do after shows like what we doing. Oh no, they used to do it while watching it. Watch parties together.
Oh, okay.
Yep. What else I got, y'all? I think that's about we got to get off of here. Oh, I want to talk about this and then we will move on. Okay, I already said. So Mel said this. She said, "You've been disrespecting me for years." I don't know why I got penis, but oh,
because you
didn't keep your penis in the house. I didn't mean to write that. Sorry. I didn't mean to write that.
For somebody who God said go and she over it. She showed.
I didn't mean to write that though. Why did I write it? Okay.
She said it. She did say it.
Lord, she did say it. But she said they almost didn't celebrate their 1-year anniversary because he used to talk to her so bad. And that's why I'm saying he used to talk to her bad and she used to take it. She took that from him.
Melody?
I don't think she took it. That's why she left.
She would go to a hotel. He said she would leave the house. It would be so bad.
I don't know how they made it 15 years.
I don't know how they made it that long.
Yeah.
They wasn't. I mean, you think they twin flame soulmates and all that, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I go back to, the rumor is I don't even think it's a rumor anymore. I think I can flat out say this because when Carlos King did that little special, he kind of insinuated it. They were not together when this show, when they got this show.
Yeah, they were
not living in the same house. They were not together. Period.
Can I
and
ask?
He convinced them
Here.
And and they got back together for the show. Because if you go back and watch the first episode, by the second episode, when they were having dinner with Tish and all three couples, Melanie was mentioning infidelity, cheating respectfully.
She said, "Is there a way to respectfully cheat?" I remember that.
That respectful cheating came up, and that's when I remember Tish saying, "I know the perfect couple." But what would make her mention that? And now that we know that she knew about her, it was a pure shady conversation that Tish was having.
Oh, so Tish knew?
Yeah, she knew. She had her picture and everything because they were really good friends. So apparently when they were trying to get this show together and sell the show, and I want to say they did the pilot or was playing with it, because you usually have to do a pilot to sell.
Who was good friends?
Tisha and Melanie.
Okay.
We know for a fact that when they were good friends, now that they they were separated right before the show got back together, and when they were separated or when they were arguing or whatever, separated, Melanie took some pictures of Ariane and
Coleslaw. I don't know her name. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coleslaw, and sent them to Tisha. And so when you watch back the first season again, and she's talking to Marseau like this is new information, you know it's not. How about somebody?
Y'all don't be reporting stuff in our live. Y'all get us in trouble.
When I was only playing, I space it.
Are you serious?
We got a lot of people watching. They ain't saying nothing, but they watching, y'all.
Be aware.
So don't be. We just having a good time here. Please don't report stuff. Martell was even in Miss Wanda's face that time for the graduation dinner. He is kind of aggressive at times, but I don't think he needs anger management. I just think he needs to relax, release. Listen to Whitley. I don't know if people watch A Different World, but anyway,
relax.
I do it to myself sometimes.
Relax, release.
Okay, I'm so crazy. Anything else, y'all?
Okay, so Tiffany
there was a picture of her car too. Now I saw that, but you said it wasn't one because it was red or something. But you said she had a white one.
The BMW,
right? Because she had the same one as Melody, right? And Coleslaw.
Say it again. Were you asking me a question?
Yeah, the car.
What about?
Wasn't it a red car that I saw?
But that's not the car. The car,
but it was a white
one. BMW, because you could Google it and it tells you, because you could see her plates in the unmarked one, the one that eventually would go around. They exited out the license plates, but the person who sent it in my box, they had it open. I looked it up.
Right.
It was Ohio red. It was an Ohio thing, and that car was like a 2003 or something, or 4. It was an old car. It was an old BMW, and it was the little one. It was a little one.
The 2-door hatchback thing?
No, yeah.
It
wasn't hatchback, but it was little. It was a different color though, because it was red.
And his was like big. He had a Big Daddy.
Yeah.
He had one of them 920. Was it 920i, 925?
Yes.
Yeah, he had a big one. Because the conversation that she had was that they had matching cars. It wasn't that they just had the same car.
They had the same car.
Now, there was allegedly another picture out there that was spray painted. Her car was spray painted. And they were saying that Melanie or allegedly or her fans had spray painted. But that wasn't the color of that car. That car was up to date, because you can Google a plate. A plate is only good for 2 years. It goes out of the system after so long. So that was a pretty
Latoria. Not
seems like Martell periodic.
Different color cars. I think Martell cheated. He can't cheat now because he's single, right?
Right. He ain't cheating now, right?
But he's not with Coleslaw, right? Or is he?
I don't think he was her.
Yeah.
She called him a clown.
You call him a clown, honey. She mad at him.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You can Google some plates. You can Google a plate that'll tell you who it belongs to.
Yep.
It's public record.
Yep. Okay. And that's why I said, and plates are only good for 2 years. Like because even the police can't Google your plate after. You could get pulled over with an old tag. If it hadn't been registered in like, I don't know what the months are, 24, 30 months, it won't even come in. Don't ask me why I know.
I know why I know, but I ain't saying. Oh, but you know because it happened. Joy.
Don't ask me how I know.
He cheated all the time.
I know that for fact. This ain't even
period, Pooh.
And maybe Callie knows she live in my state. You know exactly why. Sure.
Oh, and I have a question. So is a cousin or a brother a babysitter? What do y'all think?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Are they considered a babysitter?
Look, I'm a person that don't believe in leaving my children with a whole lot of people. It's scary.
Me, I don't.
The whole idea of it terrifies.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to, I can't even tell you what goes through my head.
I wouldn't.
Because even the person that you think is the most trustworthy got a son, got a neighbor, got a visiting boyfriend, got a visiting.
That's true.
And too much goes on. And that's why I was saying, to me, in my opinion, if the father is abusive or neglected, that's totally different. But if he's convenient, if you're in Atlanta, it can be the father,
Joy.
Huh?
Sometimes it can be the father.
Absolutely.
We're not saying it is in this situation.
I said that. I said.
Oh, did he say father? I said cousin.
I said if he's neglectful or abusive.
Oh, okay.
That's totally different.
Yeah.
But if you got somebody that's a good dad, I sometimes I would feel better knowing that my babies are with their dad, who is not going to abuse them, than with a cousin. And I'm not saying that cousin, because you could trust a cousin.
Yeah.
It's really the other people that's come around that you can't always control. It's their other children that happen and you can't always control. There's a term called kissing cousins for a reason. And if we're being honest, most of the things that when we talk about
abuse, molestation
in our families, a lot of times come from cousins,
and they know, and they be like, "Don't go around that uncle. Why you bringing this uncle around our house?"
Yes.
You know what I mean.
Like,
anyway, I don't want to get in there.
I don't want to work backwards like that. So my thing is, I didn't send my children everywhere.
I didn't either.
So yes, I would feel better as a parent if I left my children with their father, because at least I know I'd rather for you to curse me out than for my children to tell me years later when we was over cousin so-and-so house, her son touched me or did something inappropriate to me. So yes, absolutely. I would rather send them with their father.
Yeah. But I think she said it was with her mom and her brother, and I don't know. Hopefully, they'll watch the children.
And just because they're with the father, don't mean that father ain't down there.
Because the father be around some characters too.
Exactly, with whatever situation going on there.
We don't know who he be around.
If he's doing something inappropriate, then no. But if you know that Martell seems like the type of guy that's pretty stationary, he might, because it seems like I know him. I put it like this. Whatever babysitters he's had other than his mom, we don't know.
Yeah, he hadn't
But we have been placed. We know for a fact, because Melanie has been places and the babysitter had to show herself while they was in a hotel because Melanie was at a park somewhere performing in front of 20 people.
But her kids were with her. Her kids were with her though. That's what traveling parents do. J-Lo do it all the time. Beyonce do it all the time.
Usually they hire a nanny.
That's probably what they hire. I mean,
they hire a nanny. And I think
that's what they need to do. But then Martell don't sleep with the nanny. We don't need to hire a nanny.
If then you get somebody unattractive.
Unless she's he don't care. Unless he don't care. Unless it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
But anyway, but you get I think that if Melanie got a steady nanny, I don't think it would be an issue.
Okay, so can we get to something else? I got to go. Hold on. Can we get to something else? Let me ask you a funny question. I think we're done.
Because I just want to talk about that. And then
in next week's previews, y'all, real quick. Remember when Tiffany said to Destiny, you know, I challenge you to look at things differently. I wasn't born Tiffany.
I think she might have been born Laquita. She might have been born Lavita Alizé Jenkins.
So and we might need to.
Y'all know who Lavita Alizé Jenkins is? Y'all watch Steve Harvey. And she got adopted, and they changed her name to Tiffany. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't think she was nothing else.
We need to maybe kind of put something out there on maybe what we think she would have been. I mean, because I'm like, okay.
Oh, that is what other people said, that she was adopted.
Okay, did they? That's what I'm thinking. She was Lavita or Laquita.
Yes, somebody did say
or Shanae, right?
And I just didn't understand what they were talking about. Now, I didn't know what that meant either. But somebody did say she was adopted.
I think she was adopted. Or a foster kid or something.
And that would also explain the social cues probably if she was raised by a certain
okay.
And when she said that, people was like, was she Thomas? I was like, Jesus. What? But I think she was adopted. And then Mama Hope gonna get into it. She gonna say to Melody, he does everything for the kids. I want the mamas to stay out of it.
I do too.
I just don't want them to involve their moms. And if they get to this, I'm going to be mad at Huntsville. I want to say Carlos said they will have a reunion. They haven't had one in forever.
They only had one that 1 year.
And he wants people, I think this might be old, but he wanted people to send him questions on IG. I don't know if he still wants them or not.
Do y'all think that Carlos is the man in the preview next week, handing the ring and getting on the knee?
No,
not to propose.
I think it's a part of her video.
Not to propose. But I'm wondering if it was something else going on.
It's video party. She's on that white pretty dress. Yeah. And Martell is there.
We watched that in real time.
Yeah.
I had pictures of it in real time. That's why they were saying, I had said that I don't think people were saying he had a problem with her singing career. And I said, I don't think that, because he was at that video part. I think if she was just singing about nothing, I don't think he would have cared. I just think it is because it's about
him.
Well, he should really chill on that though, because it's a song.
I would say I want some royalties.
It's not another baby.
If I'm your muse, I need 10%. See, Martell ain't good, because I'd be like, if I'm your muse, I want a percentage. Let's see. It's a video. Anything else, y'all? We have been on here all night. I ain't ate nothing.
I made some chicken noodle soup today.
I want some of it because I'm hungry.
Bread.
I made some bacon wrapped pot roast. I'm not pot roast.
Oh, that sounds good.
Bacon wrapped.
I made a pot roast yesterday.
Bacon wrapped.
So Tori's saying something. He can't control what she sings or not. What she does. He is the type.
Look how yummy.
What is that?
Bacon wrapped.
What she say?
Bacon wrapped what?
I don't think he's trying to control what he's doing. I just think he doesn't want his children around it. I think that bothered him.
Well, we don't want our children.
That went viral. I think that bothered him.
Antoinette, you ain't right. The man went to college. He was a teacher, I think.
Do you think he got bothered when his daughter said, well, I saw you take her to the hotel?
We don't know what's gonna happen. I can't do it. Ever since Teresa, I got mad at Teresa. I gotta watch the show because it could be the preview. I don't know if he really had a woman.
Well, I'm just going to eat my pork steak and keep it moving.
Yes, you can get on with us. I think, are we going Thursday for Beverly Hills? We want, because it's the reunion, right?
After the reunion? Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that looks good. I'm hungry. So if you watch Beverly Hills, we're going to come on Thursday, 5:30. I will put a StreamYard link down and you can join our panel. And then we normally do Mondays to do Potomac. So, and then we do Love and Marriage Huntsville at the same time. So we do Potomac first or Love and Marriage. But if you need us to switch it, if you need us to come on later, we can swap it so we can make sure you can come on.
So we ain't gonna even talk about this.
Oh my God. I didn't even I'm not showing, you're not showing the baby.
How is that? Now, you know what? I had to go and look it up. Is it really legal to just put a picture out there like that? And yes, it is.
But they had a vasectomy. Yeah, we could show it. Especially if they got it off of somebody's page.
Well, I'm clearly showing who sent it.
Yeah, but once you put it on your page, it's public, y'all. You know
so
that.
Cute,
it's public domain. So we can show it.
I mean, he does, have a Marseau type of a dimple, but that don't mean
But they
nothing.
had a vasectomy, but they don't always work.
When I was born, I looked just like Janet Jackson, so that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, my child looked just like Rihanna when she was born. I was like, she could play her in a movie.
Oh,
he's so cute. But
adorable.
Yes, come on with us if you like Beverly Hills. 5:30 Thursday, we're gonna talk about the reunion. It's gonna be good. And then Monday, 5:30, we do what we do, y'all. Potomac and Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's all the shows we're covering now. We'll probably pick up more later. We did everything a long time ago. We just got overwhelmed. We did every reality show.
Hey, Latoya, after last week's call, y'all, Joy was so mean to me, I quit the group.
I think you blocked me.
Well, Joy ain't mean to her. Callie be in her own.
Callie be, she's a passion. She's an Aries.
Callie be mad and don't nobody even know what's going on.
What is wrong with this girl? She quit us,
go back and watch a video to figure out what happened.
If you notice, I changed the logo to the lips because I was like, I ain't even putting our faces on nothing no more.
Joy sent out this message. She was like, "What happened?"
Joy didn't even know what happened.
I'm mad as heck, and you talking about what happened?
I was like, wait a minute. No, I had posted some like gossip or something. And then I looked back on it and it was on. She was quitting. I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
And she was like, and Joy's not responding. I said, Joy's at work.
What happened?
Joy's at work.
Now, look, y'all, if y'all haven't noticed, Callie likes to argue. And I'm in a good, I like a good argument too. But sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. Like, it's just certain things I'm not finna get mad about.
I'm like, Joy has not responded to me. Dang,
she be mad.
So next time she quit, we just gonna let her come back the next day. Okay, we not gonna believe her.
Wait a minute, I said take my picture off everything.
Yeah, she did. I was like, I'm just gonna put the lips up. I'm tired of Callie today.
I had no response. I sent her
so irritated.
She gonna figure it out.
Yeah, and then like 5 minutes later, Callie talking about, I was just in the mood.
Ain't nobody just in the prayer. I was like, girl,
Callie's a hot mess,
I can't even remember half the stuff we say to even know if it's a. I be like, well, what did I? And
I had to log off.
And I think you still got me blocked on one of your accounts.
I posted on Facebook. That was really, and I have no idea what it was.
What did she post? We'll talk about this offline. People trying to go, y'all. Callie look like she in this. She ain't Zen, honey. She ain't Zen's Win or Zen Jen.
Oh, here, look, y'all.
Hey, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
It says,
here's my Jordan. Come here.
Y'all see this?
My dog.
Y'all see this?
I don't believe it.
See. Nicki Minaj came home. I did see that. I don't know.
It was epic. Ooh, if you had enough to get y'all warmed up. I want to see it.
We can hang up.
All right, yeah, we about to get off.
All right,
she won't respond to Nicki Minaj the way she responded.
That's why I'm saying she should.
I'm calling Cardi B. That's all I got to say.
Okay. I can't do it. Somebody do. Okay.
Cardi B is pregnant.
No, she's not.
She had the baby, honey.
That means she is strong. She got that little milk up in there. She's ready to bang.
She's not a filthy milkmaid. I'm gonna say that.
I ain't in that.
All right, y'all. So boop.
Okay.
So you come on with us. We love to have people come on with us. We are a hot mess, and we happy y'all liked us tonight. Follow us on Instagram. What we got, y'all? Twitter, Facebook. I think that's all we have for now. We tried to do Clubhouse. We did not like it. So that's all we have right now.
Okay.
Here's our social media handles. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And I think that's it. Are we done, y'all? And YouTube. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, and YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. All right. We're going to peace out on 3. Let me take this down. Joy, are you ready? Peace. Oh, we had another comment, but I'm gonna cut off.
What did it say? Nikki better
check that nasty husband. I'll be back to see Huntsville too. But y'all, I'm really hoping to see Giselle marry the guy from New Orleans. Okay, we gotta talk about that next week. I don't know who you're talking about. What? Okay, Justina. Monday.
Oh, man, the bald-headed guy. Right? The bald-headed guy from New Orleans. Yes.
Who is he? Oh, okay. Show me a picture.
Remember that.
Is she supposed to be dating him again?
We trying to get her hooked up. I don't know what they doing.
Night, y'all. I'm gonna hang up.